What's up, guys? Chasing up New Age Revolution down here in the cave for, I don't know, a pickups video, I guess. Good old-fashioned pickups. Not a whatever happened to, no. Although those are dryer, ready. Clothes are ready. All right. Even though the whatever happened to's are quickly becoming yours and my favorite part of this show, or this channel. I haven't done a pickups video in a while. Nothing blow away. Nothing blow away. Couple of awesome things. Well, one awesome thing from one of you guys, and something that could lead to another obsession on the channel. Another collection brewing that I didn't think I was going to want or get. I'll save it. Just hang on. But first, show that I'm going to do as part of the Whatever Happened To series. I'm going to do a show called Places That Used to Be Other Places. And I don't think it's going to be an ongoing thing. It's going to be one event, one show, where I want to, what I do, I get kind of a kick out of driving around and looking at things, places that used to be other places. And can somebody get the maid down here, the housekeeper? Where's Alice? Can we get this dryer shut off? I like to drive around and look at places that were significant to childhood that are no longer there, or have been turned into something else. You know, your Toys R Us's, your Kitty Cities, I'm not going to ruin everything for you, but I want to drive around and show you some video of places that used to be other places. And maybe look for some remnants or evidence of the previous place. Like somebody today sent me my man Josh sent me a picture of a Savers or a Save-A-Lot or kind of a store or whatever, a retail store that took over an old video store and showed me that the drop box, the slot to return your videos is still in the wall of the new store that used to be, I assume, a Blockbuster or a Video King or whatever. And I love stuff like that. I love places that used to be other places. And I'm going to do that. But it's going to take a while. I got to drive around with a camera and probably, I'll be on the road for a little while trying to get as many places as I can. So that's one update on the channel. A second one is convention talk, Comic-Con talk. They're coming back allegedly. The big one, for me, the big one is Niagara Falls Comic-Con. Good Lord, it's the most beautiful 2 days of my existence. It's the 2 days I look forward to most in the year. That's gone. That has been canceled and then pushed out to 2022, which makes sense because of the Canadian border being closed. Canada just does it right. They do it right, and so they close the border. They probably have no plans of opening it soon or ever. I mean, of course, they would want to keep us out, and they've pushed their Comic-Con back to next year. So that's off my radar for now. But leave it to us to open those doors back up again, and leave it to me to go. But RetroCon, ladies and gentlemen, RetroCon, I believe, is in September. Let's take a look for sure, because I want you guys to go with me. I'm already going to be hanging out with my man Upstate Johnny, hopefully, at RetroCon. RetroCon is September 25th and 26th at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks, PA. And RetroCon is more toy show, less convention. It's a huge, gigantic toy show in a Expo Center hall. And Expo Center halls are massive. I mean, it's an arena. And it's chock full of vendors selling toys of all kinds. And they usually bring in a guest or two or three. I mean, some voice actors and some minor names, I suppose. It's not the biggest convention when it comes to guests. Already announced is William Catt, who played the Greatest American Hero and who was in the House movies, or one of them anyways. Will be there. And I met him, and he's wonderful. He's great. And I got a Greatest American photo, or Greatest American Hero 8x10 autograph by him. Very personal guy. Spends a lot of time with his fans. He will be there. That's great. Also, the voice of, or actually the creator of the Boglins, Tim Clark, was the creator of the Boglins and the Sectars toy line. So he will be at RetroCon. And that's pretty cool, right? And they'll probably bring in a wrestler. You know, before COVID, I think Jimmy Hart or Sergeant Slaughter or somebody was scheduled to be there. And so that's fine. It's a great time. It's a great toy show. And I just want to go because I want to get out. And I want to enjoy cons again. I miss them. I will also be going. This is all COVID. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I might not go if stuff just hits the fan again and things get dangerous. I won't go. But if it's okay, if you know, if the vaccines are holding up and the numbers aren't skyrocketing, I will go. So RetroCon is one of them. Chiller, ladies and gentlemen. Chiller is a fantastic time. Chiller is a huge event that is in a hotel. The con is in the hotel. It is in New Jersey. I'm just looking it up for you here. Chiller will be October 29th through the 31st. So I will get there on a Friday night, stay over, and enjoy the con, and then either come home the next day or stay again on Saturday. Probably come home, maybe. I don't know. Chiller is in Parsippany, New Jersey, at the Hilton Parsippany. And that's a good time. That is a great time. And no big guests announced for me yet. Plenty of guests announced, but nobody huge for me. I'm basically, at this point, going for Ron Thomas, who is in the Karate Kid. He was one of the Cobra Kai. And also made a little cameo on Cobra Kai. I'm also going for my Friday the 13th poster autograph collection or project. Director of Jason Lives, Tommy McLaughlin, Adam Marcus, the director of Jason Goes to Hell, Tiffany Helm, who was in Part 5, A New Beginning, and Martin Cummins, who is in Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Those are just, I'm going to go for them. There will be other huge guests. There will be several guests. Chiller is usually massive when it comes to the guest list. So that's in October. And then Steel City Con is in Pennsylvania again. And that, they're running a show in the summer. They're running 2 shows in the summer to make up for the disaster of COVID. And their first show is in June. I'm not going to that. There's nobody guest lists that interests me at all. And the second one, since they're doing back-to-back shows, the second show is going to be in August. And that one I am going to, because they are already, so that's August, they're already advertising Robert Englund, Monica Keena from Freddy vs. Jason, Ken Kersinger, one of the only Jasons that I haven't met, Brooke Thies, Amanda Weiss from Nightmare on Elm Street. So a huge Freddy and Jason con, August 2021 at Steel City Con in Pennsylvania. So I'm going to try to go to all of those. So the first one would be August 2021, Steel City Con. If you can come out, if you're feeling comfortable enough to come out, I would love to meet some of you at the Steel City Con in Pennsylvania. Okay, blah, blah, blah. That's enough. Let's get on the stuff. A couple of things real quick. I'll get these out of the way. These are not blow-away items. I think you'll be excited about 2 of them. I hit up a Savers the other day, real quick. Just ran in and I just looked at their VHS tapes, and amongst all the standard VHS fare, I saw two TV show tapes that I didn't really think I knew existed. The first one is the pilot episode of Beverly Hills 90210. Oh yeah. For all of 99 cents. The pilot episode of Beverly Hills 90210. Mm-hmm. See, it's got all their facsimile autographs there. Oh, so nice. There's our tape, and, looks like a tape. I love this, okay? I love this show. And so how we're going to do this is when I finally get around to watching 90210, the box set that I have, that'll probably be about 2028. But when I do that, I'm going to come down here and watch the pilot episode on VHS. The other one, which I just think is so great, so special, this is my one of my top 5 favorite shows of all time. In fact, this is my number 1 show of all time, tied with 3 different shows. You got that? I have 3 number 1 shows of all time. This is one of them. The Wonder Years on VHS. This contains 2 episodes. And I don't know if they're back-to-back in the series, but this includes the original pilot, which aired January 1st, 1988. And then the second episode is an episode called Swinger, which aired 3/29/88. So I don't know if there was that big of a gap between the pilot and episode 2, or if Swinger is like episode 4 or 5. I don't know. But when I get around to watching The Wonder Years with the complete set that I have upstairs, it'll be about 2030, and I'm going to watch these 2 episodes on VHS. Because I have them now, and they're beautiful, and I like them. And I'm not going to put them in the VHS shelf. I'm going to kind of try to figure out how to, set these on the TV. I want to look at these, right? I don't want to be hiding. These are decor. This is decoration for me. All right. Thanks to my man. Let me turn this off because this is going to beep all night. Thanks to my man Andy Thompson, my friend Andy Thompson on the YouTubes and on the Facebook. Andy is a guy who really threw himself into the LJN collection after watching my videos and just started going nuts, checking off figures left and right. Well, he put up a little for sale on the Facebook. And it was very cheap, and for $15 I purchased this from him. And he told me that that the bubble had been retaped to the card, and the card's a little damaged, but it's $15, and I never really wanted to go after these at all, and I won't go that deep into this because it's a rabbit hole. If you want to collect this stuff, you're going to be at it for a while. But check it out. I got one of these bootleg, generic, not even bootleg, just generic wrestlers. Just Acme random wrestler from the IWA. New official All-Star Wrestlers main event action figures. And all of these ripped off the LJN carding. I mean, look at that horrible, horrible rip-off. I'm not sure who this is supposed to be. That kind of looks like Jobber of the Year right there. But if you can kind of see the background a little bit, they always copy the LJN card, right? You got the crowd in the back and the ropes and the guy standing in the ring, and it's just a horrible copy. This is from a company called Emson, EMSON, made in Hong Kong for Emson. There's the back. And I remember so many of these. There's always one that looks like the Iron Sheik, that guy. And then there's one that looks like Andre right there. And then there's usually one that looks like Snuka. He is not in this one. But there's other lines that really that did this exact style. I mean, look at this horrible belt, which is not actually a horrible belt at all. It's actually pretty good. And would probably look really good on I don't know. Anyway, I guess this is supposed to be the Hulk Hogan with the full beard there. I don't know. That's pretty awesome. I like this. 1985, $15. Bubble is taped on. Don't care. Thank you very much, Andy Thompson. It's getting hung up on the wall. All right, the big one. Obviously, I knew these existed since I was about 9 years old. And when we started talking the other day about whatever happened to the WWF, I started mentioning, and when I did the show, whatever happened to video store rentals, video stores, I started talking about Coliseum videos, WWF Coliseum home video. And there's a ton of them. And they're expensive. And they're elusive. Some of them are very, very, very difficult to find. And I just said, I don't need them because I have a massive DVD tape trading collection of footage that is on these VHS tapes. The footage that I have is on all the Coliseum videos, so why do I need the Coliseum videos? And why would you do this to yourself? You thrust yourself into G.I. Joes. Now you're doing 80s stuff, and you got the Head and Shoulders, and you want the $17 Kool-Aid packet from eBay. Why are you bringing more into your life? Well, it's begun. I am now going to be going after WWF Coliseum videos because I made this purchase. Inexpensive in comparison. This was $25. And it's wrestling's bloopers, bleeps, and body slams from Coliseum home video. Now, I can tell you this comfortably. I've never seen this one before. I never rented this. Why? Because I didn't think, as a kid, it had a ton of matches on it. I just figured it had a bunch of silly segments. I don't want to watch silly segments. I want to watch matches when I'm 9 years old. But today, I'll gladly sit down and watch this 90-minute tape. All the Coliseum videos were 90 minutes. So on this, we've got the Andre the Giant sings the fish song. I remember that. It's from TNT. Ivan Putski teaches the polka. The Wild Samoans give a Wild Samoan cooking class. That's great. I think that's when they eat a chicken or eat something. Plus Cyndi Lauper, Hulk Hogan, and more. We've got the wedding of Paul Butcher Vachon. On TNT, Vince McMahon and Freddie Blassie do like a dating game segment, which legitimately cracks Vince McMahon up. I mean, in tears. Like, look at his face. That is not fake Vince McMahon laughing. He's dying laughing there. This is beautiful. And when it came today and I opened it, it's the clamshell. Look at this. Oh, can you hear that? Oh, is that beautiful? Look at the clamshell. These usually fall off, these stickers. The glue usually just evaporates. Ready? Ready? We'll do it again. Right? Ready? Oh. This gigantic clamshell. It's starting. It's starting the obsession. Here we go. Here we go. The New 80s Revolution is now going after the Coliseum home videos. What can I say? So we'll watch that. We'll watch that on an episode of Wrestling with the Past. We'll sit down here and we'll do this whole video together. We'll review the whole thing like we do the house shows. So that's coming up. And I'm not going to get them like crazy. I'm going to watch them I'm going to only bid on them because these are not $50, $60, $70 tapes as they go for. I bid on this and won it for $25. So I'm going to go only after auctions because they're just not the value that people are getting on eBay. So anyway, that's that. That's a quick update. That's it. There's a few handfuls of pickups. And we'll be back tomorrow with, I think I'm going to do whatever happened to Saturday night's main event. I think I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. And I have a little bit of news about a e-scrap event that I hit up today and took a few things out of the recycling bin. I'll explain that. The electronics recycling events happen annually in our town, and I drove by one and saw bins and bins of beauty. Let's talk about what I got. We'll do that tomorrow. Good night now.